Okay, so just a few minutes, my screen will be visible to you. Okay, all right. So please, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, you give me a thumbs up from the reaction menu so that I know that my screen is visible to you. Okay, all right. Ozioma, thank you. That's good. Okay, so my screen is visible to you and you can see my PictoBlox environment. So like I said, today's class is a review of what we have past classes. Okay, so you are an overview so that you get to understand and see and know all over again what was being taught. That way, you will be able to follow up and then get your own projects done. Okay, so we started off by saying that artificial intelligence is or AI stands for artificial intelligence, and what we are doing is to use artificial intelligence to solve problems. And in order to do so, we need to transfer our knowledge base um, to the computer. Okay, so if we wanted to solve a problem based on sight, okay, we wanted to transfer our knowledge of sight to the computer. That will be computer vision. Our voice, that will be audio, and many more. Okay, so what we did was we actually used a software or an application program called PictoBlox to mimic, or to let's not use the word mimic. Okay, so we use PictoBlox as an environment to build and to create these AI solutions. Now we installed PictoBlox, which most of us have installed, and then when we install and we start PictoBlox, we come to this particular environment. All right, so this is PictoBlox. For those of us that already have it, we are familiar with this particular environment. So PictoBlox is uh, a block-based, okay, a block-based programming environment that can be used for AI-based, solutions. So what we do is we can decide to use Python coding also on PictoBlox, but for those of us that are here, we stick to using the block-based aspect of it, because that is the requirement, or that is within your age range what you should be using. So block based is easier to learn, and it's better off for you to use to kickstart. So when you get to PictoBlox, you can actually get to do a lot of learning. So when you come over to PictoBlox, you can decide to do block coding, you can decide to do Python coding, and you can decide to go to the machine learning environment. So I'll actually go to block based first, just for us to get up. Let's remind ourselves of what we did in this PictoBlox environment. So when we come to blocks, okay, so I said we have the stage where we have this sprite over here. For those of us that already have used Scratch, we know quite well that PictoBlox looks just like Scratch, but it is updated or advanced to further uh, you know deal with artificial intelligence related stuff, rather than um, just what Scratch does. Okay, so it looks similar to Scratch, but it updates itself with artificial intelligence related stuff, like we will see before we round up this review. So we have the stage where we have this sprite, okay, and we have the sprites that we can actually use for whatever we are doing. We have we can change our sprites. We have lots of sprites that we can choose from. We have lots of backgrounds or backdrops that we can actually choose from. So if I chose this, so this sprite can actually move from here to here. Now we have lots of sprites that we can use. We have the staging, the scripting stage where I have my cursor. This is where we will drop the block code. So for example, I wanted this sprite to move. I will take an event and then I'll drop it here just to make it bigger. So this is an event, and then I can actually change the look of the sprite. So I can come over to this left panel where we have this palette. So they are called palette, and I say that palette are blocks or of code, okay, that perform similar functions. So they are grouped together and then they are put into one particular palette. Okay, so we have the motion palette, we have the looks palette, we have the sound, we have event, we have control, we have sensing, we have operators, we have variables, we have blocks that you can actually create, and then we have the machine learning environment, side of things. So for now, when we click a button, something gets to happen. So for example, we can just decide to change the costume. Okay, so we could just click this and move this here, and then if I make this big enough and then I click on this green flag, Toby actually gets to make something that looks like a move. So um that's just that. Okay, so I just take Toby walking. So I just move this here, and that should actually do something. So makes it look as if Toby is walking. All right, so that's just to give us an overview of what we actually did so far. So within this scripting stage, this is where you write your code. All right, you can pick whatever kind of code you want and then you create your logic. So looks will basically change costumes, okay, and then you can change backdrops. So I can also say switch backdrop. We already have a backdrop. I can come here and then pick another backdrop. All right, so backdrop, bedroom, next backdrop. So previous, random, I can say random backdrop. So every time I click this, I get a random backdrop. Okay, so actually this random backdrop is giving us a white. So let me take next backdrop and then let's see what happens. Still changing it to white. But if we actually choose a backdrop, I could just say like basketball, right? So I could now take basketball, and then if I clicked on this, then we should be having a change of backdrop. Okay, so let me just add a backdrop here. Let me see. When we start, let's have the backdrop to be, let's have it to be bedroom. And then we switch this, and then we wait for some seconds, and then we switch the backdrop. Let's just say 2 seconds. Let's go. So that basically does it for us. Okay, so we can see that everything gets to change. That's what happens when you want to change looks. Then we have sound. If you want to get sound into your system, you can actually play some sounds. If you have control based environment where you want to control your flow, you want something to wait for some time before it does something else, you want something to repeat for a certain number of times. So I could actually bring this in here, not here. I'll actually bring this here. I'll put switch costume to be working. I'll repeat that 10 times. I'll wait before changing. So if I actually click on this now, you see there will be something should have actually come up here, but Toby seems to not show anything apart from just change costume. Okay, so that's where you can get things like that. If you want control structures where you want to improve on conditions, you want to make certain conditions before something happens, then we now have the if and the else. Okay, so you have if, else, then. We have wait until. Okay, so we have lots of conditions here. We have repeat until. We even have repeat forever. Okay, so we should have forever. So we have forever here. Okay, so looking at all of these, we can actually create a lot of we can generate a whole lot of logic, really good ones, based off on what PictoBlox has given to us. We also have sensing. We use this when we did the multiplication table. So we ask a question and then we get an answer. So for example, like I wanted to ask a question. Okay, yes, let's just recap on one of the things we did in the last class. I'll just take everything out. So one of the things we did in the last class, let's just, so that we could use sensing, I'll just take this out. So I'll move this up and ask. All right, I can now say what is, or what does AI stand for? Okay, so with that now it will ask and then wait. Then we can now come back to control and then we check the answer. So I can now say if under operators, I can now just take equal to, right? So I can put this in here and say if I'll now pick answer. Let's go to let me pick answer. There should be answer here. All right, so I'll activate answer and then I'll take it and I'll place it here. So if the answer is equal to, I can now say artificial intelligence. Then we can just say something like I can come over to looks and say, all right, that's correct. Okay, so let's just make that very simple. I'll say that is correct. So we did something like this in previous classes. So let's just run this. So what does AI stand for? So let me just type in artificial intelligence, and then I hit OK. So actually it says that is correct because we have been able to create this code construct. So we also have operators. We talked about different kinds of operators, from our addition to our subtraction, multiplication, division, random, greater than, less than, equal to, and, or, not, and so many other ones. We have different variables that we can create and make use of. We've done that in previous classes, and then you can also create your own blocks. Okay, so having done that, I'd like to move us to the AI part of things. Okay, so that was just to give us an overview on what happens with PictoBlox. Now let's look at AI. Okay, so I'll just open the machine learning environment. Okay, so when you get to this machine learning environment, you can create multiple kinds of projects. Now, if I click on create project, you see we have different kinds of project that we can actually work on. All right. All right, so we have different kinds of project that we can work on. We have an image classifier, which is able to look at two different images, and then we can actually it can classify and tell us, okay, this is this and this is that. Okay, so we can say, okay, classify between a dog and a cat. Most of what image classification is. We also have object detection, so it's able to detect an object. Okay, we have pose classifier, so it's able to classify a kind of pose in which someone is standing in. So we have something like running pose, standing gaze, dancing, and all kinds of pose. So you can get images of this pose and then use it to create a nice project. Okay, so we have that. We have hand pose, so you can take hand postures and then tell you if you can use it to create a rock paper and scissors game. Okay, so we also have audio classifier, which we use to build our voice recognition system. So it's able to recognize audio and it's actually able to is actually able to recognize audio, and then we can build a voice assistant from there. We have a text classifier which is able to classify text. We have numbers classifier which is able to classify numbers. So whenever you come to this kind of environment, like what we did in the previous class, we selected image classifier. You now type in a project, so just say review. um Let me just say review project, we create on we click on create project rather. So you can actually upload images that you already have, and you can
So
also,
what did you do?
please listen to me carefully and follow what I'm saying. This is a review class. All I did was to take what I did was to take I created a new project, and then within the new project, I clicked on image classifier. This should not be new to you because we did this in the previous class. So if you are still having difficulties with this, please you go back to the recording of the previous classes, and then you watch them so that you'll be able to follow up and then do it the same way. So when we click on image classifier, we now go to uh, under the project name, we can just say, I just want to say review project. Okay. So I can call this review project. And then when that is done, click on create project. Okay. So when I click on create project, it will give me a place where I can pass in the different classes that I want to train my model based on. Okay, so assuming I wanted to do the um, classification of a dog and a cat, what I can basically do is I can just click here and change this to dog, and then I can come here and change this to cat. All right, so I can upload pictures from my files. Okay, so I think in one of those classes on my desktop I had um there's a place we actually put in those images. Okay, so dog and cat. So I can come to dog, and then I can select, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll just take 10 images of of the dog. I can just open it, and that will upload it for me. I'll also come here and do upload. I'll go to choose files, and then I'll come to the same place. I'll come to my desktop where I stored my own. Then I can now go to cat. I'll pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'll just take 10 images because I want them to be the same, which you should always keep it at same number of values. Okay. So I click on open, and
making
that
this
will
video
be what
to
we've got. So we have 10 sample images for
align with the
dogs. We have
requests that
10
all
sample images
applicants
for
for the job
cats.
role
Okay.
listed in
So
LinkedIn
we click
for the
on
position of
train
a
model,
software engineer. Heather
and
Kanshi
once,
Lamara
okay, so it
is
says if you have
searching
minimum
for
of
enrollment
20,
and
so let
other
me add
SPCMDC.
some more. Okay, so it requires 20. Let me go back to my desktop, and then let me add some more for dogs. Okay, so I'll start from 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
So I'm
18,
applying for
19, and then that's 20.
this role
So
as
I'll open that
a
up,
technical,
and we should have 20 samples. Okay, it's giving me 21 samples. So I'll take one out, so that will be 20. I'll upload 10 more for cats. Okay, so I'll just go back there.
and respectfully making this video
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. So I'll open that up, and we have 20 for cats and 20 for dogs. So I can train the model. All right, and then we wait for it to train the model. Remember I said training of a model is to prepare your your AI to be able to learn. So that
Yeah,
model has been
to
trained. So let us test it before exporting.
align with the
So I'll
requests that
upload.
all applicants
I'll
for the
just pick
job
a
role
random
listed
image
in LinkedIn
from
for the
the ones
position of
that
a
we have
software
not
engineer
actually
the country
selected. Remember, we selected
is
from 1
sending
to
for
20. So I'll
employment
pick
and
maybe
other is
21 or
send this.
25. So I'll
So
just
I'm
pick okay
applying for this
27
role as
under cat,
a
and
technical,
then I'll open it.
product
And then you
manager
can see
because
that
I feel like
under our
I have an
model we have
alignment with the goals
100%
and scopes,
confidence that this is a cat,
responsibilities,
and then you
possibilities
know that this
aligned
is a
there.
cat
But I have
image.
a problem
Okay,
because I
and
don't
then I
seem
can
to
actually
understand the
just
projection of the
test again
financial
for dogs. So
statement
let's be
listed out
sure
there.
we are on the same track, and then you can actually identify cats and dogs. So I'll come over to dogs. I'll pick maybe 33. That's a good looking dog. And then you can see that we get 100% confidence that this is a dog. So we are able to create a machine learning model that is able to identify dogs from cats. Okay, so what we do is we can export this model into a block form. All right, because we are not using Python coding for now. All right, so we export it to block and then we wait for it. So once that has come up, all right, so that has been loaded successfully to us. So now let's actually get to write a simple program that checks if it's a cat or it's a dog. Okay, so I'll actually select all of this and I'll take them out. I'll delete it or just move them out of this place. Okay, good. So once I remove it from the scripting page, that is it. So I'll stop this guy from running, and then I'll go ahead and come to event and then bring this up again. So when this green flag is clicked, I'd like to come over to machine learning environment. I'll now open recognition window. All right. So I can decide to analyze the image from the webcam. Okay. But I would like to use recognition window, or rather I'll get it from the background like I did the last time. So I'll use this background to put up the dog's image. So I'll come to background, click on it, or backdrop rather. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my own background. I'll just pick any of the images of the dog. So let's just say upload backdrop. All right, any dog here. There are so many images, about 100, and so I'll just pick this one. Okay, this one happens to be in a cage. Okay, let's pick this one. That looks. So I'll use this and it will import it. Okay, so let's have that image on our backdrop. Okay, so use that image to check if it is dog or cat. Right. Okay, so that's good. Let's and so given what we have here now, I will actually get to just go back to my blocks, and that would stay that way. So I can just say if the backdrop basically let's just go with control and then get everything to run. So I'll just pick this and move it here, make it a little big so that you can see. And then I'll just say, let me take my if statement and then bring it up here. So if, let's get to machine learning. All right. So if image, so we analyze the image from, we're going to take the image from the backdrop. Okay. So we take the image from the backdrop, we analyze the image. So if the identified class, okay, is a dog, okay, let me use if else so that we can have two things. So I'll come over to control and get if else, then, all right, so if then else rather. So I'll take this here and then I'll put this in here. So if the identified class is a dog, then we can say woof woof. All right, so I just come over here and then I'll pick. Where are you? Looks, I'm still looking for. Okay, so I'll select this sprite. Okay, so let's click on 2B so that that can actually come up. So um, let's get back to my machine learning code. Where did that happen to run to? My code seems to have disappeared after I clicked on the sprite. Okay, that's not a problem anyway. You can always get back to it. So you can see when this is clicked, we will um, analyze the image from, take that back again, which is the backdrop. Then we come to control and then we say this. So if the identified class is a dog, then we can say, so under looks, we can now say woof. Else we'll just say that's not a dog because we are not giving it multiple images. So I can just say that surely is not a dog. All right, so with this now, we have built our image classifier and then we have deployed it. So we are going to test it now. So what I can do is I'll make this full screen. So I can just click on this green button and then, okay, so it says that surely is not a dog. So that fails. And let's look at, well, yes, sometimes it does fail because this image may not actually be, it's a dog, no doubt, but within the system, there are some failures within it. So let me try another dog image and then let's see what it gives to us. So I could pick, um, let's try this other one.
Wait.
I'll open this. Okay, so while it is importing, we'll just wait. Okay, so let's run this
Sir,
and let's see
can
what
you
happens with it. Because the image actually is a full image. For others, when we're doing the training of the model, we use dogs that the whole physique was shown, and this, the one I used previously, was just the face, so it was it gave a wrong detection value. So we can actually see this and we can actually confirm that we have been able to build a training model and also deploy a machine learning model that is able to detect between a cat and a dog. Okay, so if we wanted to try this for a cat, I could just decide to change this backdrop and then choose a cat instead. So I'll go into the cat folder and then I'll pick a random cat. Yeah, this looks more like kind of cat that is lazy. So we'll import that, and then we'll get back to the sprite. So when that happens, we will now be looking at so let's come over here. So we have this cat here. So what I'm going to do is I'll just reverse the logic a little. So from the backdrop, if it is a cat, we'll just say meow, and then else we'll say that surely is not a cat. So I'll just, and then that should be it. So let's run this and let's see what happens. To see. So if I run this again, it says meow because this is a cat. So our AI is able to recognize, and then it is also able to you know tell us this is a cat or this is a dog. So we have done lots of things with this kind of logic. So we did something similar with audio, okay, where we're able to record our own voices and then use our voice to try to build a voice assistant. So that's that on I just wanted to give you a review on what we have done so far on PictoBlox. Now, for the next few minutes, we are going to take some questions. Okay, so if you have questions, you ask me what, because we have already gone through this in previous classes. So if you do not if you have any issue with how it's being done, you can go back to the videos that were posted, and then you can watch them again, and then you follow step by step. Okay, so a few questions, and then I can give you I can give you some steps on how you will be able to accomplish your project. Okay, so that will be that. So if there are questions, you raise your hands in the class, I'll call you, and then we will actually get to answer them. So let me see those that have questions. Okay, Tamara, I can see your hands raised. Go ahead, unmute your mic, ask your question.
Image classifier. When I try to train my model, it says no picture uploaded. I've already uploaded some pictures, but it doesn't show.
Okay, when you try to when you are building your own, your pictures do not show. Tamara, is that what you're saying? Tamara, please ask your question again.
When I have uploaded my video pictures of cats and dogs, when I press upload, they say no pictures uploaded.
We are not using videos. Okay, we are not using videos. We are actually using pictures. So you have to download multiple pictures of whatever you want to actually get to test. You will not upload a video, you will upload pictures. So download or make pictures of what you want to classify. Okay, so you make those pictures available and then you upload them. If you try to upload videos, it will not upload because it's meant to actually take images and not videos.
But I've already uploaded the pictures.
You uploaded the pictures, and then what
Yes.
happened?
It still said it didn't show.
Okay, now let me just go back for a minute. All right, just so that you see what I did. Okay, so let me go back to let me see, I need to get back to machine learning environment. Let's go back to ML environment. So I open ML environment again. When I click on this, let me just when you select whatever you want to do. So let's just say let me just call this try again. All right. So now please look closely. Try again, and and then when you click on image classifier or object detection, whichever one you want to use, but I'm using image classifier for now just to show you. Create project. Okay, now here we have upload, not so. Now you click on upload, choose images from your files. You click on it. When you click on it, you will see images, all right, the ones that you have actually downloaded to your local system, to your own laptop. Okay, so you select them one after the other. Now you can do that by pressing your control button and then you select them. So once you select them, they will begin to show up. Okay, now once you are done, you can click on open. You see open. All right, so you click on open and then it will upload the pictures for you. So please follow those steps and that should likely work for you. Now if it does not work, then there's a tendency that the image type that you have downloaded may not be suitable for PictoBlox to use. So you find another format of the image. Okay, so I believe that should help you to get it done. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Somebody else has a question. Olumachuku. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, please can you explain audio classifier?
Okay, so audio classifier is basically the same thing. All right. So we are not doing anything different from what we have just done with the image classifier. Okay. So let me actually go back. We may not have the time to go through everything. But now if I click on create project, all I just need to do is let me just say voice again, just to get to that environment. Now, when you click on audio classifier and then you click on create project, all right. So what is it saying? It says scripting area contains block from different model type. Okay, so I need to remove the current I need to remove something that I was already working on. So that will actually mean going back this way. Let me take this out. Let me take this out and then use that to okay, so let me take all of this out. I'll just remove everything and then I'll go back. So I'll just go to machine learning environment again. And then I can click on new project and let's hope that works. I'll say
I see
audio.
your screen.
All right, so let's just believe that should open. Okay, so now what happens is all you have to do for this, okay, is the same thing. We just had to say cats and dogs, right? So for audio classification, what you do is you record your own voice samples. Either you can get voice samples that have been recorded already, or you can actually get to record your voice. PictoBlox allows you to use your microphone to record. Click on this microphone symbol, and then when it does that, it opens this environment. So you click on hold to record. You click on the hold to record, and then you record what you want to say. You leave the you remove your hand from the click and then you click on it again. So as many times as you want to get audio samples, you keep clicking and then you keep recording. When you are done, you come over to the next class and then you click on it. Now remember to always rename your classes, because this is called back noise and this is called class. Okay, so you rename this to whatever you want it to be. So assuming you wanted you are taking audio samples for jump. Okay, so you have to rename this class to jump. And then if this is supposed to be fly, then you rename this class to fly. All right, that's how it works. Then you train the model. After training the model, you can test it before you actually export or deploy it. That's it works the same way like image classification. It works the same way like object detection. It works the same way like any form of machine learning that you want to do, or AI that you want to do. Okay, so it's the same thing like what we have just done uh on the uh um object detection with cats and dogs. Okay. Okay. All right. Ozioma, I can see your hands raised. Please go ahead. Ask your question. Okay. Temidire, ask your question. I've not heard from Ozioma. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, when I always log into my PictoBlox, I
All
look
right. If you can
everywhere.
still hear me, please just give me a thumbs up so that I'll be sure that you can hear me.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, Temidire, go ahead.
So whenever I log into my PictoBlox, I look everywhere. I try to look for machine learning environment, but I don't find it.
Okay, Temidire, are you using the online version of this
No.
PictoBlocks
I've downloaded the latest version
to your system? Did you download it to your system or you're using it on your browser?
on my system. I downloaded it.
Okay, so if you've downloaded it to your system, then you should actually have machine learning environment. I really don't know why yours is different from the rest, but if it happens that you are using an online version, okay, on your browser, the online version on your browser does not have machine learning environment. That's why we specify that you have to download it to your um PC, your laptop or desktop or your tab. But if you are using it on your browser, you're using the online version, okay, you may likely not have, not you may likely, you will not have access to the machine learning environment. The machine learning environment is available for any kind of operating system, Linux, Mac, and then Windows. But you have to download it. If you're using it on your browser, then you will not have the machine learning environment. So please look at what you did and try to download again. Probably
But
uninstall
sir,
what you installed and then reinstall it. All right. So
yes
probably
sir.
uninstall what you downloaded and reinstall it. Okay, because you may likely be using the
I've
browser
done that a
version
lot of
and then
times.
you
I've
feel
done
that
that
you
a
have
lot of
downloaded it.
times.
Okay. Okay, so you will have to maybe go online and then find the solution. I'll also check for possible solutions and then send it across to you, okay, to help you get your machine learning environment. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So sorry about that. It's one of those things that we have when it comes to computer related issues. Okay. So we'll find a way to fix that for you. I'll
Yes,
really,
sir.
really check for what is the problem and then I'll help you fix it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. So all right, you're welcome. So Joel, can you ask your question? I can see your hand raised.
Sir, I can't see your screen.
Joel, that's serious because my screen is visible to most people, so it may be your end. Okay, so okay. Um, all right, my boss wants to say something, so I can see his hands raised. Okay, so I can see your hands raised.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, great.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I can see you
Yes.
guys are enjoying the session. Okay, for those of you that have made attempts to install PictoBlox and then you can't find the machine learning environment, I think within this session or within our weekend extended program, we can actually guide you on how to set it up. But for you to be able to do your project, I think, do you have a software called, do you have a software called TeamViewer? Who was the person that asked the question that he cannot find PictoBlox
No,
machine
it
learning
was me,
environment?
sir.
Okay, if you can find, if you have a software called TeamViewer, we could actually guide you on how to where the machine learning environment is. Or
Team
again, to
Bluer.
TeamViewer. Okay, again, if you can share screen, uh, Sams, can you permit her to share screen so that we can see her screen and then probably guide her, and that will assist other persons.
Yes, exactly.
And again, for somebody, anybody that's tried to, that is not seeing the screen again, what you can just quickly do is you refresh your browser and then log in again, you will see the screen. Sometimes it is the browser that freezes. So if the screen is being shared, when the browser freezes, you won't see the screen being shared. So, but once you quickly refresh your browser, you will see the screen that is being shared. All right. Okay, please share your screen if you know how to share it.
Okay, sir. Let me share my
Okay.
screen. Uh, let me click on
When
that.
you click on share, you see Chrome, you see tab, you see Windows, then you see entire screen. So you probably choose the entire screen. Have you gotten there?
Entire screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, have you gotten there?
Yes, I'm pressing the share button.
Then click on the entire screen first, then before you click on the share button.
I'm clicking on share. Nothing is happening.
The share is disabled. You need to, within the window, within the screen, when you click on the entire screen, you will see your screen showing. Then you click on it before clicking on share.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
So right now I will PictoBlox and I don't see any machine learning environment.
I think this is machine learning environment in your own down.
It's not create a model. It brings me up here.
Okay. Sams, can you assist on that? Go back to the PictoBlox environment.
Okay, sir.
All right. Which version of PictoBlox are you using?
I think it's the latest version.
Okay. Maybe probably which operating system are you using? Okay, this is Windows. I can see it. This is Windows. All right. Click on load model. Let's see what will happen.
Okay, sir. It just brings me to a link.
Okay, where you put the link of the model. Okay, I'll cancel. Sams, are you still available? Hello, Sams. Okay, go to see the object detection. Click on the object detection. Let's see what is there.
It's
Okay, I
just
think
this.
this is it. Okay, within here, click on create a model from here. Let's see.
Create a model. It brings me
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Okay, go back. Close it. Close the tab. Go back to PictoBlox. Click on files. Let's see on the menu. Let's see whether there's
Files.
option there. Yeah, on the menu, close to PictoBlox.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's in it.
Okay, I think restart and new. Click on the new. Let's see what.
It brings me here.
Okay. I think your instructor is using Linux and you're using Windows. I think is a computer version differences. Okay, maybe probably in the next class, we should be able to find out why it's not those options on his own are not showing on your own. All right,
Okay, sir.
cancel this environment. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Is there any other person having issue, the same issue, or having a separate issue that we can look at? Click on, yeah, stop sharing. Thank you.
Sir, I don't have machine learning because I'm using a tablet.
Okay, can you share your screen? Let's see. Do you know how to share your screen?
I'm using my mom's phone.
You're using phone? Oh, that's the
Using my
issue.
mom's phone
Okay, you're using your
to
mom's phone.
attend the meeting.
Oh, oh. You don't have a laptop or tablet? Okay, that may be difficult for you to
I
follow.
have a tablet.
Okay, not phone, a tablet. If it is tablet, can you share your screen on the tablet? So let's see. Okay, this is tablet showing, right?
Yes.
Okay, now share your screen. You know how to share screen. Go to the Jitsi browser. Then there's an option to share screen, not a PictoBlox.
But I
Go to the go to the software way that you use in entering the meeting.
no.
Go to your browser. Go to your browser. Go to your browser, ma. The browser that you use in joining the meeting. Mark, okay, can you help and change the browser? Go to the go to GC. Go to your browser. On the browser, you choose within the browser, you choose share. We want to see your screen, not on the camera. I want you to share your screen.
Mom.
Hello, okay, Chukwu, are you there? Who is sharing her teeth? We want to see screen, not teeth.
You said I should share my screen on the link that you need to have into. Yes.
Please go
Hello,
to the
sorry, sir. She's using a tablet and she's using my phone to attend the meeting. So she can only do a video off her tablet.
okay. You can switch to the browser tab
Okay,
that
yes,
is
Kevin,
I
are
can.
you
I
still
can.
sharing
Let
your
me try.
screen?
Let me do that.
yeah.
Okay, just
Switch to the browser.
go upstairs.
Okay.
See, it's even on.
Okay, while waiting, is there any other person that has issue that we need
Your
to
screen is
look
not
at?
visible to me, so I can't see anything.
No, we're waiting for her to share screen.
Okay, okay.
Sam, there was issue noted. The window version does not have that machine learning options that you have within your own. So I want to install who option or not. All right. Can you hear me?
Okay, the machine learning.
The machine learning
So I can hear
option
you.
is there. The machine learning option is there. You click on it, it shows create model and load model. When you click on create model, it opens browser when she was sharing her screen. So, and we found out that she's using Windows and you're using Linux. So I want to try to download the PictoBlox on my Windows, install it to know whether it's the same issue for Windows or just peculiar to her.
So I think it's going to be based off on I think it's going to be peculiar to her because the Windows has uh has the machine learning and everything factored into
You
it.
get
So
what I?
it's likely
Yes,
the
the
version.
machine learning is there. Yes, the machine. I'm downloading right now. Once you finish downloading, it might take a bit time to download though. Okay, the size is big, up to seven,
Sir, can you see my
seven, up to
screen?
700 MB. Yeah, who is sharing screen? No, I can't see.
Please, everyone, turn off your microphones.
Okay, who is sharing screen? Okay, yes, I
Can
can
you
see
see
it.
my screen?
Yes, I can see it now. All right, switch to PictoBlox. Or your version does not have, I can see. Switch back to PictoBlox. Okay, I think, please use desktop to create model, okay? So that is issue with your tablet. Can you see? Okay, Chuku. It is the same issue. Click on create model, let's see. Okay, you're using tablet. It does not work on a tablet. It works on a PC, which is laptop. So you need to use a laptop to download it on laptop, then use it to create your project. Are you with me? Okay, Chuku, you can stop sharing now. The PictoBlox works on laptop or computer alone.
the 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 other um the other functionalities of PictoBlock can actually work for you outside um outside your PC and all others. But when you want to do anything that has to do with machine learning or AI on PictoBlocks, you need to download it onto your PC, okay, your personal computer or your laptop or any of those things, and then you get to use it from there. So I think the issues that I'm seeing here is some versions are older, some are using maybe tablets, and then if you are using the browser version, then you won't even have access to um, machine learning or AI based you know part or functionalities of the PictoBlock. So please be sure that you have it your on your PC. Okay, so you have to download it to your PC and then use it on your PC for the AI based functionalities. But if you're using PictoBlocks just as if you want to use it for Scratch and all other things, then it will work well on your tab, it will work on your browser, it will work on your laptop as well. But the AI part needs to be down. You need to have it on your laptop. Okay, so that will be that. Now, what I'm going to do for you in the next few minutes, just a minute.
Okay, before you continue, Sams, please, for attendance purposes, those of you that doesn't have your full name, please kindly on the message box type your full name there. We want to use it for attendance, please. Did you hear what I said?
Yes,
If you
sir.
Yeah, if you had me, please type your full name within the chat box. We want to use it
Okay,
for
sir.
attendance. And you know that today and the next class on Thursday is still another kind of a review session. You know that this program is coming to an end within this week, and then the live event will be at Access Bank head office in Lagos. I think Access Bank must have sent out messages to your parents for about the event. All right, so we are going to be rounding up this program within this week. So we have this session and then next session to review your project. So by next session is about reviewing your project. For those of you that cannot get PictoBlox machine learning working on your PC, so I don't know how you're going to do that, but next session should be to review your project so that we can grade and then submit to Access Bank for awards on the winner to the winner.
Sir, what is the project?
No, we mentioned already when we started this that each individual, each one of you should be able to think of a project to do. Like now we have done example about image classification using cats and dogs. So you can decide to choose a project. Okay, I want to do image classification for maybe human being and then maybe goat or cow or any other thing. All right, so you choose whichever image classification you want to do. You can repeat what we have done so far using a cat and dog to make sure you get your project working, or you can choose other objects. So whichever object you choose, you get a lot of images of that particular object, and then you use it to train your model. Then you export it to your blocks. Then you can now create a flow that detects images based that can classify images based on the on the image you have within your backdrop. All right. So this particular video, this particular session will be is on recording. We're going to upload it to YouTube today, and then we're going to share the link, and then you're going to follow the link. You're going to watch it for review. You know, within this class is a review. So you're going to watch this video, and then you see how step by step we took and to accomplish the image classification of cat and dog. So you can repeat that same procedure with your own project. It must not be cat and dog. You can choose any other animal you want. You can choose pictures of your friends.
I missed the last class, which was Google Colab, and my mom said that.
What did you say?
We're
What did you
supposed to
say?
learn Google Colab, but I don't understand it.
No, Google Colab is for senior class. Google Colab is for senior class. So this
There's
particular
no
class,
way.
this
So the
particular class
main
is for kids between the age of
so
6 and
what
11.
is the
Google Colab is for the